Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys all had an amazing Thanksgiving with family and friends. And today I'm going to be creating a really beautiful glam look for the holidays. So I'm going to be incorporating red, and glitter, of course, because what's Christmas without glitter? Before I jump into this video, make sure that you hit that thumbs up button and you have post notifications turned on so you know when I post a new video. And you better be subscribed to my channel, because if not, you're missing out on all the fun of me posting a video every month. So if you're excited to see what look I'm gonna create, then keep on watching. So for the eyes, I'm gonna be focusing on gold, metallics, shimmer shades. So I'm gonna jump into a couple single shadows for the crease. And I'm just gonna be using my nifty little palette that I created right here. Some of these are Colourpop and some of them are Makeup Geek, so I will obviously let you guys know what I'm using. But for the first shade, I'm gonna jump into this one, which is called Bel Air. And this one is a Colourpop shade. And this one is just gonna be my first transition shade, just to add definition to the crease. So I'm not really being too precise with this shade. This is just gonna add some warmth and just kind of define the crease, and then I'll go in and add depth with some deeper browns. Colourpop shadows are some of my favorite eyeshadows because they're just super easy to work with and they're really pigmented. And then for the price that they are, it's crazy how good they are. And for the next shade, I'm actually gonna be dipping into a bronzer, and this one is a Colourpop bronzer and it's called California Dreamin'. It's just a really pretty, a little bit warmer than the last shade that I just put on. Really similar, but just a teeny bit more of an orange undertone, just to kind of warm it up a little bit more. You could essentially just like not use the first shade if you wanted to just use like your bronzer. And I'm just gonna go along the edges with a bone color skin tone shade and just soften that edge. And next, to deepen up the crease, I'm gonna go in with the shade Cocoa Bear, and this is a Makeup Geek shade, which is a really pretty like chestnut brown. And I'm just gonna use that same brush. I was just using the MAC 217 and the MAC 224 was the more fluffy one. And I'm just focusing this one on like the outer half, and I'm angling the brush kind of like pointed upwards so that way it really hugs inside of the crease. And then just to pack a little bit more pigment on, I'm just gonna press that right on the outer third of the lid and kind of up into that crease. And then whatever is left over on the brush, which should be pretty much nothing at this point, I'm just gonna kind of blend that forward. And then picking up that first shade that we used, just kind of go right along the edge. It just kind of helps like soften everything and make them all kind of blend together seamlessly. Pick up that Cocoa Bear shade just one more time and just add a little bit more depth. And then for the lid, I'm gonna go in with the Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in Cheap Date, which is a beautiful gold, super reflective. And I love using these with my finger, and then I'll kind of go in with a brush just to clean up the edges. But you get so much more color payoff and pigment when you use your finger, because they're kind of a little bit more of like a wet, like creamy consistency rather than like a powder. And the Colourpop Super Shock Shadows are by far my favorite formula because you don't have to wet your brush. Like you can just literally pick it up directly and then put it right on the eye. And it's like there's no fallout, they're super pigmented. And they don't look like dry or wrinkly on the eye, they just look like yummy, you know? Just yummy. So now I'm gonna do a very dramatic glam winged liner. And I'm gonna go in with the Kat Von D tattoo liner and just tight line. I like to keep it kind of thinner on the inside and then get thicker towards it goes out towards the edge. So that's why I like using this pen, because it really hugs the lash line. And I'm really just focusing that super closely to the lashes, working my way out. And then my trick for winged liner, so that it doesn't look all wonky when your eyes are open, is to actually look like kind of directly ahead with your eyes open, rather than doing this and like guessing, because obviously like you're gonna see people looking straight on. So I like to kind of hold my mirror or look straight ahead and follow the line of my lower lash line and then just kind of go up towards the brow. And now that I have that shape that I like, now I can kind of come back down. And now that I have that line, I like to switch liners typically because I love the NYX matte liquid liner. And this is where I like kind of fill in and then I start building up. And then I like to go back in with the Kat Von D one, just because I get a much more precise line and that way I can kind of make sure everything's straight. And now for the real challenge, to match the liner on the other side, which usually doesn't happen. It gets close enough to where it's not really that noticeable. That's really my goal. Yeah, this is giving me a lot of anxiety, so I'm gonna go do the other liner off camera and I will be right back. All right, so this is as close to twins that these two liners are going to get, so we're just gonna move on. And I just had a brilliant idea to get my Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liner, and this is in the shade Midnight Cowboy, and I'm just gonna tap a little bit of this on top of that gold shade, just to add some like reflex on top of this really beautiful shade. If you guys haven't gotten any of these glitter liners before, you need to jump on them because they are so convenient. That way you don't have to like apply a glitter adhesive. You can just paint it right on and it dries and it just looks amazing. They have so many different colors. They're not that expensive and they last for a super long time. See, that just like totally stepped up the eyeshadow to a whole nother level. And it was so easy. No glitter mess. But you still get the glam. And now that I already have mascara on, I'm gonna pop on some lashes later. I'm gonna finish the lower lash line actually. And I'm just gonna basically do the exact same shades that I did before. But I'm just gonna go backwards. So I'm just gonna pick up a flat definer brush. This is the Sigma E15 and just that Cocoa Bear shade. And just keep this right along the lash line. And then I'm just gonna pick up a pencil brush and that bronzer in California Dreamin' and just go right underneath that. And then just gonna go back in with Cocoa Bear one more time and just add a little bit more pigment. All right, super easy eyeshadow look. I'm gonna go pop on some lower lash mascara and some lashes, and I'm gonna put on the Koko lashes in the style Chloe, which are some of my absolute favorites. I have about 6 of them on deck, just ready for usage. And I'm gonna go pop those on really quickly and I will be right back. All right, lashes on. The only thing that I did that I said I wasn't going to do, I just put a little bit of a dark brown liner in my lower waterline just to kind of add a little bit more smoke and dimension. To finish off the look, I am going to put a little bit of this highlight on. This is the Fenty Beauty How Many Carats Diamond Bomb highlight. And I'm just gonna use a Morphe, I don't know, Y14? Number is rubbed off, so hopefully that's what it is. And I'm just gonna add a little bit more glitter to this highlight. This is definitely a very glittery highlight, so if that's not your thing, stay away. But I'm obsessed and I love like topping it over other highlights just to add a little bit more of like a pop and a little bit more glitter. All right, and then final step, I'm gonna go in with a red lip, of course. I am going to use the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade 712, which is called Either Cherry. I'm just gonna line my lips. All right, now that I have the overall shape done, I'm gonna go in and fill in with the Too Faced Melted Matte Lipstick, and this is in the shade Lady Balls. I love the name of this one. This has been one of my favorite go-to red lipsticks. I love that it's matte, but it's not like dry or uncomfortable to wear. And you can also tap a little bit of like chapstick or like a more glossy red lipstick on top if you want to add more hydration. But it's super comfortable and it's like the perfect red. So this is the look I created for a gorgeous holiday glam classic look. You can wear to a Christmas party, a work party, Christmas day with your family if you're that kind of person. You do you. I love how this turned out. I'm loving the glitter accents. It's not like too much, but it's definitely a look that makes a statement. So hopefully you guys learned a couple tricks today and you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure that you gave this video a thumbs up and you're subscribed to my channel. And I also create a lot of looks on my Instagram page at Chelsreymua. So make sure to head over there and follow me so that you can see the other looks that I'm creating as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.